What's up, YouTube? So really quick, my little brother is currently right now in his piano lessons in the house. His instructor came and they're doing piano lessons, and I was recording, and I guess the timing and all that. So if you hear the piano in the background, that's my bro practicing. So I hope you don't mind that. But let's get to today's look. Today's look is dedicated to my very first favorite palette, and I think this is actually like my third naked palette. As you all have heard, Urban Decay has announced that it will be discontinuing this one, and it had like a whole funeral for it and everything, and it's really sad to see, and it's really sad to know that they will no longer make this or hold this anymore. This was my very first like professional makeup palette, that I would call it. Like, I would use this palette on all my clients when I first started doing makeup like 9 years ago, and the pigments were obsessed. Like, the pigments were so good. Everybody has this, like everybody. I hope you should. If you don't have it, you should. This is like the perfect gold bronze palette. You also do get like these metallic dark, like what is this, like a black and a silver or pewter, but this was everybody's go-to. Like, this would be sold out, and oh my god, it's just sad to see this go. They are on sale, so that's like the good thing. You can get it for I want to say like $23, $24, I want to say. You can go to Ulta. That's where I saw it at, Ulta, on sale. I don't know if Sephora has them on sale, or I'm pretty sure they do, because they announced it in the Urban Decay website that anywhere you can get this, you can get it for half the price. So again, my makeup look is dedicated to my very first professional palette, and I had to pay some homage because this is really what like I used to use all the time, and it got me with my hustle. It put me onto it. It taught me so many things, and there's no way that I can let this go without making a tutorial on it. So this is very like Hollywood glamish, like classic, everybody's go-to. You know, everybody does like the gold eye. I feel like that's what you really learn how to do makeup with, like a gold brown smoky eye. And just to like give it a little pop, added a red lipstick too. And before you continue watching the video, do not forget to give my video a thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and do that, and follow me on Instagram. Let's get to know each other. Add me, talk to me, what's up, DM me. I always answer all my DMs if you have any makeup questions, if you have like any questions on anything makeup related or anything that has to do with my channel. Go ahead and feel free to DM me. I will answer you back. So my Instagram is at VIVALAAMZ. That is Viva La Ams, Z as in zebra. Well, let me not take up more of your time. I know you want to see the video. I know you want to learn what I did. I know you want to watch. I hope you enjoy all the videos I've been making and all the content I've been trying to make for you guys. And yeah, go ahead, keep watching, do your thing. I will see you at the end of the video. I like to begin with the CAUDALIE Beauty Elixir. I feel like this refreshes my skin, it wakes up my skin, and it smells so good. Then I like to make my skin look extra nice and smooth, so I go ahead with the SMASHBOX primer. This is a photo finish, the oil free, and a little bit goes a long way with this, so a little tiny like pea size amount is good for the whole entire face. And this time I want to try something different, so I'm gonna do my foundation, my highlight, and all that first, and then I'm gonna set and then do my eyeshadow while my under eye is setting. So with the beauty sponge, and this is actually from PURELEOR, I can't even say it, PURELEOR. This is like an Amazon brand. It is like, you get a set of 4 beauty blenders, or like little beauty sponges, and honestly, like, hold on, let me show you what it comes like. So you get 2 pink sponges. Oh, come out. You get 2 pink sponges. This is like the original size. This is when it's wet and full and ready to use it for makeup application. You get a purple sponge, and then you get a black sponge. I think you might get 5 actually. I forgot. But I got all of this for $5, and I've been using this sponge on my clients. I've been using the sponges on me, and they're so good, and they're super cheap, and it feels like the Beauty Blender brand. So I'm gonna leave the link in the description box below, and you can go ahead and check that out. I'm gonna go in with my YSL foundation, the Touche Éclat. I'm using the color BD25, and I'm just gonna apply. liking to mix my Tarte Shape and Tape Light Neutral Concealer with my MAC Prep and Prime Brightener. This is the Bright Forecast. And I don't know why I've been lately I've been mixing them, or why I like mixing them. I just feel like it gives me the perfect amount of correction under my eye and brightening and concealing. But I only do this under my eye though. I don't do it on the rest of the face. And I definitely need to go and get more of this. I need to restock on this because I am running low. And this is my favorite concealer. I'm pretty sure you guys can realize that because I have been using this in every single video known to man. And then under my eye, I have a little bit of that salmon color just to color correct any darkness that I may have. I'm gonna blend out the concealer first. And then with the tip of the sponge, it fits so perfectly under my eye, I'm just gonna press it and blend it out. I don't like to smudge it, and I feel like I'm always telling you guys this, I don't like to smudge because I just feel like that just pushes the product away. I want to build the coverage, so I just keep packing on and pressing. Now to contour, I'm going to use my favorite concealer to contour, and it's super easy because you can just draw on your face. This is the MAC Studio Fix Perfecting Stick NW35. And I put it wherever I want to contour. I go a little bit higher because I do like to add a little bit of bronze onto my face. So I'm gonna blend that out and it's gonna look nice and bronze on the cheek area. Coverage, so I'm going to go ahead with my Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Foundation in the number 20. Oh my god, why is everybody texting me? With the sponge, I like the coverage that I get with this, so that's why I'm going to go ahead and use that beauty blender I was using, and I just build on. I'm running super low on this, so sorry. You can see some pan. An extra one here actually that I also pan. That's how you know I really love this powder. Now for everybody's favorite part, we're gonna bake, set, and leave under the eye the MERCIER setting powder. This is really good actually when you are doing eyeshadow and you get any fallout, you could just wipe away. The colors that I'm using aren't going to be so strong, so I'm not worried about it staining or anything like that, so that's why I'm doing it this way. Then the normal way that I usually do it, where I do my eyeshadow first and then I do this. I don't mind doing it this way today. Great, so while that is setting, let me put some more here. Can't go skimp. Okay, so while that is setting, this looks so funny. So while that is setting, I'm gonna go and prime my eyes with my, of course, favorite primer. This is the MAC Paint Pot in the color Soft Ochre. I have nails on, so I'm gonna use a brush. And I'm just gonna place it all over my eye. we're gonna go with our beloved Naked palette. This was like one of my first palettes ever. And it's so sad to know that they're discontinuing them. So I had to make a tutorial on this. So I'm gonna go ahead and create a classic Hollywood gold brown eyeshadow look, because I know we all of us, we have all gone to our go-to we have all gone to our golds and blended it out with some browns and just, you know, have our classic smoky eye look. So that's what I'm gonna go ahead and do. I'm gonna begin with the color Naked, which is a nice soft latte brown, and I'm gonna place it in my crease as the transition color. And the brush that I'm using is the Morphe R39 crease blending brush. And now with a flat shadow brush, I'm gonna go into the color Half Baked. And with metallics, I love using a setting spray just to really enhance them. So with the MAC Fix Plus, I wet my brush and I'm gonna pick up a little bit more pigment and now place it on my lid. I'm gonna go from my crease down to my lash line. And I'm just pressing and building the color and the pigment. So far the color is building. Don't be afraid to be generous with this, because this is gonna be like your statement color. And even if you have like a different palette, you could do the same techniques with silver. Just keep on building it. This is like the color that is gonna match with like your accessories. Now the color is on the lid with the color Buck, which is a little bit more of like a taupey brown, more taupier than this one, a little bit deeper. I'm gonna use that same brush I was just using as the R39 brush, and I'm gonna go from the end of my crease to the center of my crease, just to add some warmth and more definition and more depth. And I'm just going back and forth. Add a little bit on my outer V just to extend it outward like this. Now with the pencil side of this brush, this is the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush, but with the pencil side of it, like the little tiny, very like bullet shaped side of the brush, I'm gonna go into the color Virgin. I'm gonna set a little bit with my setting spray and then just highlight right in the inner corners, the tear ducts. For the outer V, I'm gonna use a very tapered brush like this. The color, sorry, not the color, the number wore off, but it is a Morphe brush. I'm gonna try to see if I could find the actual brush number, and I'm gonna leave it down in the description below. So I'm gonna use the color Hustle, which is like a reddish brown. To me it looks a little like, yeah, like a little purple brown. Tap out the excess, and then right on my outer V, I'm gonna go and place that. I'm just gonna wiggle and pack. reason why I want to use a tapered brush for this is because right on the tip, I can just very lightly and gently go in my crease and define that. I'm just gonna keep building the color until I know how dark I want it to be. So right now it's getting there. Okay, so you see all of this fallout. This is why I like to do my eyeshadow before I do my foundation. But hopefully this powder works. All I'm doing is just brushing it off and then like kind of rubbing off on my hands. And I do want to keep it smoky, so I'm going to go back with the color Naked and my Morphe R39 brush and just go on my lower lash line and add some warmth there. With my brown liner from Burberry, it's a brown kohl liner, I'm just going to go in my lower lash line, in my waterline. And then with the color Buck, go again on my lower lash line, kind of smudging a little bit of that liner. And also trying to connect it with the color that I have here on my lids. Now with a very tiny brush, or you can even use a smudge brush, I'm gonna use the color Hustle and put that right on my lower lash line. I want to add a little bit more color, so I'm going to use this color Smog, which is like a more burnt bronze, and place it on top of that gold. Let me put a little bit of setting spray actually. I'm going to put it between the gold and the color Hustle. And next I'm going to do my eyeliner. I'm using the MAC Brush Black Liquid Liner. It's that liquid pen. I really like this one. I actually have this in my kit too. And it's super easy to just apply. Oh my gosh. Awesome! I'm loving this look so far. It's just like super classic. Like I feel like this is one of the first looks that I've ever learned. So I'm gonna go and do my brows and I'll be right back. Now that my brows are done, I'm gonna go ahead and highlight with the color Virgin right on my brow bone. And now I'm gonna go over it with the color Sin. With a clean fluffy brush, I'm just going to go ahead and blend those two colors together, the color that I have on my crease and the highlight color. Really quick, I'm going to do my bronzing, highlighting, and blush. This is the Morphe E51 brush. It's nice and angled and contoured, so it can nicely fit around your face. And the bronzer that I use, sorry, before I forget, is Refined Golden. And for blush, I'm going to use the Tarte Party blush. And last but not least, for highlight, I'm going to use the color Oh Darling from MAC. Put some primer on my lashes. I'm using the L'Oreal Voluminous. I feel like I always say that word wrong and I say it in every video, but this is the primer for the lashes. It adds length, it adds volume. I love it. It makes my lashes look longer and that's what I'm looking for. And I got a sample mascara from MAC. This is the In Extreme Dimension 3D Black Lash. I'm gonna go over my primer with this. So I like to let it sit for a little bit, the primer, like I'll let it sit for like a minute or two just so that it hardens, and then I go ahead with my mascara because I don't want to pull out the primer when I'm brushing the mascara. And I'm going to go bold with the lip, being that my eyes are already neutral. So I'm going to use the color Burgundy lip liner. And with the color Ruby Woo, go all over the lips. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is the finished look. It is sad to say that this beautiful palette has been discontinued. Well, is going to be discontinued. They're not making any more, but they are on sale wherever you can find this. I know in Ulta they were like $20-something. Go ahead and get yours before they're gone. And thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you next time. Bye. You too. Bye.